Find the value of a and b given that p of 5 equals to p of -1 equals to 0. So we've been given a bit of information here for us to be able to find two variables. Straight away, as you're thinking we have to find two variables a and b, as soon as you think that, you should know, oh, there must be two equations involved. It's probably something to do with simultaneous equations because we have to find two things. Let's go through and use our evaluating polynomial skills and we'll try to make those two equations. So the first one we'll do is p of 5. P of 5 equals, now everywhere we see an x, we're going to replace it with the 5. 5 squared plus a 5 plus b. So that's equal to 25 plus 5a plus b. And as you saw in the kind of rule that they've given us, p of 5 is equal to 0. So I'm just going to put the 0 here to make our first equation. Okay, that's our first equation. The second equation will come from p of -1. So we'll do the same thing, but with -1 now. -1 squared plus a times -1 plus b. So -1 squared is 1 minus a plus b. And once again, that's equal to 0, so I'm just going to put a 0 there to complete our equation, and that's equation number 2. Now we should be able to completely solve for a and b using simultaneous equations by rearranging and then substituting in or using the elimination method. I prefer the substitution method because some of these have no coefficients, so it might just be a bit easier to substitute. So I'm going to rearrange this one to get a by itself. I'm going to add a to both sides. So I end up with a equals to 1 plus b. That's my, let's call this equation 3. So now that I have a by itself, I can substitute it into equation 1. So I'm going to note down that I'm substituting 3 into 1. Okay, so substituting 3 into 1, everywhere that I see an a, I'm going to write 1 plus b. Good, so now you can see that b is the only variable left in this equation, so we can solve for it by just rearranging. So let's expand this, that's 5 plus 5b plus b. Now let's simplify by grouping like terms. This is 30 and this is 6b. And then subtracting 30 from both sides, I'm ending up with minus 30 equals to 6b. And then dividing both sides by 6, I end up with b equals to minus 30 divided by 6 is minus 5. Good, so now that we have b, we can go back and substitute b equals to minus 5 into 3. And so we have a equals to 1 plus -5 instead of the b, which is equal to minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. So that's our answer for A and that's our answer for B. And we can double check that if we wanted if we substituted them into here, we should be able to substitute these and get the 0 back for each. Maybe I'll just do that for one of them. So I'm going to substitute, let's do p of, just rewrite what p of x is first. So it's going to be x squared minus 4x minus 5. And now if we just try to do p of, let's try p of -1. We're going to have -1 squared minus 4 times -1 minus 5 equals to 1. Minus 4 times -1 is plus 4 minus 5. And you can see that's plus 5, this is minus 5, we end up with 0, which is as we expected, because we expected that to give us 0, which verifies our answer. If you were very good, you would also verify this one. I've run out of space on the board, so you can do that as an exercise for yourself.